exposing racism at my doctor's office. They put this on the TV as soon as I sat down. Then sat there looking dumb and scary when I told them to change it. Nachi tried to hide. The audacity.
Okay, babies, let's talk about this. So, there is an Egyptian, them that say they are Egyptian, lawyer that's a Muslim, that is filed a lawsuit against Netflix because Jada Pinkett Smith, that is the executive producer of this new show that's coming out, has represented Cleopatra as a black woman. And Egypt is suing Netflix. Them people that are over in Egypt are not the original Egyptians. They are mutts. A mutt. You know what a mutt is, right? You know when a dog is not a purebred. It's a mutt. So I'm so angry, but it's that Kali energy of anger. So I'm calling for practitioners, melanated dominant people, okay? You all are, we are in this spiritual awakening, and we are practicing magic, and we're practicing spells. If your spell is not about collective consciousness for the African or the melanated dominant consciousness, then what are you doing, sis? What are you doing, brother? Why did the Great Mother put in us the ability to have magic, right? Why are we so magical, right? Because magic is used to bring about a balance, right? So these mutts have grave robbed, okay, painted over our melanated dominant pictures to try to present Egypt as an Asiatic mixture of melanated dominant people and Asians, white folks, Caucasians, Anglo-Saxons, okay? And then you didn't have a problem with Elizabeth Taylor, pale face ass playing Cleopatra, but you have a problem with her playing Cleopatra to the point that you have a lawsuit?
I date black women. I have friends that are black. I work in black communities. How is this helping the community? It's more like pretty much, one, painting you as victims, right? Which is just tiresome. And two, pretty much making you into the tyrannical, disgusting, racist people that you try to fight against. Things like this, and people that believe this, the Netflix stuff, changing characters in history to fit your narrative is exactly the thing you fight for, and yet you're doing exactly the same thing. It don't make sense to me, right? That, let's say, mermaid, all these other things that they race swap, that you complain about it for years, that Hollywood, the white people are doing, and yet to fight against it, you will do the exact same thing. Here's a woman that's insane, right? Magical and shit like that, is literally being racist to other people, calling them names, calling people in a country mutts, right? Degrading them, being absolutely racist towards them. And it's, who's calling out for that? Where's the outrage in that? Where a black person can be racist to somebody and it is fine, and she is not being called out for. Egyptians are calling out, or some people are calling out, but I mean, like, where there's true outrage, because if it was the other way around, where it's a white person, right, saying these terrible language and degrading people and calling them names, he will be shamed by the media, by, I don't know, protest groups, by so many people. And it's happened, right? If you, people who have said stuff have been attacked by the media, by shame, they've been shamed, they've been blacklisted, whatever. And it's happened, so it's just disgusting that this is not helpful. You doing the exact same thing you protest, that you try to fight for, and you doing it to other people, is just prolonging and continuing the cycle of hatred and of racism. So it's disgusting.
Now, the Theatre Royal in Stratford East, that's in East London, have asked white visitors not to attend a performance of Tambo and Bones. Why? So that the audience can be free from the white gaze.
I feel really bad for the UK. The disease that is racist people of color in America have reached all across the world now. The shit is spreading faster than outbreak. And this is not the first time this has happened. You remember with the first Black Panther? They said white people weren't allowed to see Black Panther. They tried to do the same thing with Woman King, but nobody gave a shit. You can't say that you're not racist if you're gonna gatekeep an entire race from watching something. You're telling white people to not watch it and pay their own money because you don't want to see their eyes. You don't want to see their white gaze. I ain't never heard no shit like that in my life. That is racist. That is so beyond racist. It's crazy. Can you imagine if a white person said, no, man, I don't want no black people seeing my movie. I don't want to see a black eye in sight.
How we are going to exterminate white people, because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem. Now, I don't...
Wait, so this was on C-SPAN? On national television? And they didn't cut this man off and say you're engaging in hate speech? They just let him continue and the people clapping in the audience? This is like some straight up heading into the, 1940s German regime that was exterminating Jews kind of rhetoric that is happening right now amongst leftist black supremacists. I can't even believe this was even allowed on C-SPAN. This is,
And the one idea is